we anticipate to have the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda and discuss more regarding the fundraising, but is unable to be with us this morning. I apologize for that. But also, we still look at another issue of national concern, and this is regarding trade between Uganda and South Sudan, where we know that many of our truck drivers are parked at a legal border because they are not sure of their security if they cross to neighboring South Sudan. But also, this has been on and off. Now, today we are going to be discussing this with a gentleman who has been at the center of this. He's made a number of travels, has survived a couple of ambushes, and he leads a body that brings together, that is the drivers within the East African region, which is known as Regional Lorry Drivers and Transporters Association. Byron Chinene will be with us from Kawempe via Zoom, and we also know that he's just returned a few days from this area, so he will be giving us more of what is happening and how best can we ensure that we get a final solution to this problem. Remember, South Sudan is a new country. It got its independence just in 2013, and ever since there have been efforts to have a serious government. Peace agreements 2 times have been signed. Latest or recently we saw a unity government or government of national unity being formed, but still some of the clauses, according to this fraction, some feel that yes, we saw Dr. Riek Machar and Salva Kiir come together to have an agreement of how they should move the country. It's not yet peace, and the latest we saw our Kenyan counterparts that were killed while trying to deliver goods, more so the perishables. We have Byron Chinene, and we'll be discussing more with him. Byron Chinene, good morning.
Good morning, Chirabo, and good morning, viewers.
Well, please try to get your camera properly. Close to the camera, we're not getting, push it back. Yes, a bit there. Oh, please keep back. Okay. Well, Chinene, when we talk about the issue of South Sudan, we are seeing our traders being attacked. Briefly, give us a picture of what is really happening as of the last few days or hours.
Well, not just a few days, but we know Sudan is a history. It has a history. And but as you have said, and got of time, the other day, I think 1.5 weeks back, we had the nannies who were killed, and they were from a certain ceremony where they had been jubilating, and they were killed, and those who remained in their small car were burnt. You know, in the South Sudan, before you were burnt, they can't be satisfied that you were dead. Those were killed, and in Uganda, we had like two citizens who were in that ambush. And now, before this incident where they killed 2 Kenyan drivers, they had started ambushes of grabbing telephones, grabbing money from the trucker drivers. That, I remember before that, a very big intervention of sacking Dr. Riek Machar. Previously, we have been talking about sacking Salva Kiir, that they don't want Salva Kiir. People thought that was the problem, but for us who have been there for a long time, we knew that was not the problem. Riek Machar was not the problem. But now, when we had Dr. Machar, we knew there was a big problem. Now, that was enough. They got to the ambush and brought 2 trucker drivers whom they killed. Again in the evening, they had another ambush where 4 like trucker drivers just parked before the real ambush and they took it. Some half of the night in the bushes, and when they came back, they thought that maybe their thing had been taken.
Okay.
The following day, there was another ambush where people
okay.
also sustained. So It is very serious, Lord.
Okay, Byron, just to get it clear from you, you've said these are continuing all the time. We've had these incidents happen. But the big question is what measures have been put in place to ensure that Ugandans, Kenyans, and all that do business, the truck drivers that you heard, are safe?
First of all, we are not yet satisfied, even if we know it's taking place, because I remember to put Sudan in order. No, it is very easy to take a horse to the liver, but take water, it is its choice. Now, everybody has tried, but what we are requesting, we as the trucker drivers at the borders, we have been held in many meetings at the borders with agents, real official agents, not masquerade, but official agents from the government of South Sudan. We have got negotiations, we have signed many agreements, but they are all not implemented. Take the rest where 7 of our drivers were killed and lived because this agreement was so fundamental, and everybody thought that even if others had failed, I think that time something was going to take place. But again, that convoy, which we knew was going to take place, and it had decided taking place last year, like for 4 days, and the people gave up. One, they were claiming, those ones who were manning the escort, the convoy, they had no money. And you know, again, you are drivers are wasting some money to fund those people. Maybe if you do a good job, but things went like that. Then secondly, those people who are pretending to be managing a convoy, they are managing a convoy in Land Cruisers. Imagine a Land Cruiser escorting a truck which is loaded, and moreover, when the road is also not very good. A Land Cruiser just takes off at terrific speed with buses and some small cars like those of Chirabos, even motorcycles at terrific speed, and the trucks remain behind. So you start moving at your own risk, even if you contributed some money for the escort. So that's why we are appealing to our government. Officially take over. South Sudan may be a sovereign state, we know, everybody knows, but at least this time, this is our neighbor. And by the way, you and me, we need to understand that our governments are benefiting from the revenue. All the factories we have here, Sudan is a virgin country. It lacks everything. They don't have anything. It is a virgin country. It is the big country. So it is the biggest market, more especially for Kenya and Uganda. Even if Kenya comes, but Uganda and Kenya must take the lead. So they are benefiting. They take them alone. These truck drivers are we go to also to do business. These trucks belongs to the natives of these countries. The drivers are mandated by the countries.
Byron,
this shouldn't be left to the
yes, this shouldn't be left to the traders to handle it. But now what should be the best way? You've talked about convoys where you said first and foremost the convoys, you do not trust them as Ugandan traders, that they were in Range Rovers, Land Cruisers, cruising at a terrific speed. So we know the politics of South Sudan may not solve issues in the near future. However, trade must continue. So what is the best alternative that can be a solution at such a point? Because perishables are now rotting at the Nimuli, at the Elegu border here, and we need to have business.
As you have talked about perishables, let me start with that. There is a fight even this morning as we speak The trucks carrying perishables, the drivers want to cross because they know things are rotting, like cabbages, tomatoes, pineapples, and even matoke, which is highly needed by the South Sudanese. So there is now a fight which has started between the trucker drivers who have loaded the dry cargo and those who have loaded the dry cargo and fuel. Those ones are settled. They are waiting. They're in waiting because the person talked about. Now they started fighting. I'm going. You are not going. Now that we have to come this. South Sudan may be not in need of calling for support from outside. But no, they have an agreement which they signed. Mr. Chirabo and the viewers, take it from me. Even people from Sudan, why they joined the East African community, they wanted to get regulated from the East African community. They know they can't regulate themselves. That is a fact. I'm not underrating them, but they know themselves, they can't manage themselves. They want a regulatory body, and that regulatory body is the East African community. That's why they're going. So if it is that, they need to be convinced that, look here, we have come to keep law and order. A place called in situ, which has become a very dangerous place to the community, to the drivers, to the travelers, is just 1 kilometer away from the barracks. But you know, let me give you a brief history. The army of South Sudan was built on a tribal basis. So if an order is given by somebody from a different tribe, the other tribes may not obey it, although this is the force. So things are different from the Ugandan administration. Things are very different. So what we need innovation of the whole East African community to put South Sudan on the table and say, look here, we are just coming to keep the security of the East African community travelers. Because there is a regulation, people need to travel safely, and even business need to flow. So with that, if like Uganda, let me give you an example of Uganda. You know, our UPDF, we minimize it when it is here, but when it is outside Uganda, there's a wonderful job. For us, some of us saw it when it was in South Sudan. If a detach is even 10 kilometers away, people can't play around with that. But now, a full barracks, just 1 kilometer away, and the ambushes are done here. When the UPDF is there, such things cannot take place. Okay. So we need the intervention of the African community in your ways.
Okay. Well, Byron, I want to thank you so much for your time. We apologize for the network, but that is beyond our control. Thank you so much for the knowledge you've given us and for your time. We hope we shall have you more regarding issues of South Sudan and the traders. One of the things that is said is, yes, the East African community must intervene. I love the example that you gave previously when the UPDF went into Sudan, and you said even if they are kilometers away, it is all safe and you can't have any problem. But now, how do you have these areas that have become a death or a black spot near to barracks, and there is not sufficient security? So the traders, you've heard their voice, the transporters. Byron Chinene is the chairperson of Regional Lorry Drivers and Transporters Association, and he says only then do they expect a solution to this, because he says, yes, the UPDF has really excelled in doing this, and they are hopefully that in case the UPDF is welcomed in Sudan to guide them and give them the confidence, then trade will thrive once again, because all they need as traders is security in this region, and that can only be given to them if they have the UPDF around and ensure it pacifies that area. Well, I want to read a few messages that are coming in. That is actually Alex Malaba. Those are great sons of Uganda. How I wish they could have been promoted before burial on, that is on INGOs, and that's the national non-government organizations and non-government organizations. Honestly, Okello and team, #2 just check the line again. Okay, that is a message responding to our poll question this morning. What gains could be attained with Uganda hosting the Afghan refugees? Remember, we received 51 yesterday, but we committed ourselves to 2,000, and we believe more are coming in. Then thanks for the show. I'm Michael from Abim. Concerning hosting of the Afghanistan refugees in Uganda, it's both advantageous and disadvantageous. One, Uganda will gain from it through the taxation law governing the refugees. Two, social relationships will be created between Ugandans and Afghans, which later will lead to intermarriages and maybe rise of a new race. Three, on the contrary, not knowing the statuses of the Afghans, there might be a terror in the country. There might also have hidden agenda by the superstars there. American government, good morning, Uganda. So it gives us both sides. Thank you so much. That is Michael from Abim. Why are they vaccinating teachers only? Why not both students and teachers? Well, that is something we need the vaccine for, the students. Unless those are above 18, they're also encouraged to go and take vaccination. But below that, that is, I think, the Pfizer vaccine, which is not in the country of yet. Well, thank you so much for your messages via our WhatsApp. And of course, there are a few people that I can't leave without sending regards to. That is Trill Uganda. We have also Wamara Jack, and that is Ahab. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Thank you for your messages coming in. I'll now leave you with Ruben Pima Kaseda Chibirango to take you through the highlights in the world of sports. Good morning.
This is Good Morning Uganda.